This is RTV6 News at 6, working for you.
A grandmother pushing for safety improvements at a Franklin Township intersection. What changes she wants to see.
We'll tell you how an old school bus is being used to fight food insecurity in Indianapolis.
Sleeping in their shoes, a one-night event shows the community the real deal when it comes to living with homelessness. How one mother says this shelter got her back on her feet.
And I'm Dave First. We're at New Pal High School tonight's semi-state Friday in high school football. Game so big you need credentials. The story coming up.
And good evening to you here at 6 o'clock. I'm Mark Mullins. Amanda Starantino is off tonight. We begin with a quick check of headlines, including a smart mother and daughter who caught a suspected voyeur at the Monon Bell football game. Investigators in Greencastle say Logan Campbell placed a phone inside a portalette bathroom at last Saturday's game between Wabash and DePaul. A mom saw leaves and toilet paper covering the phone, thinking someone had dropped it, but she found it was recording her sitting down on the toilet. Police say the videos stored on the phone clearly showed Campbell carefully setting it up in the portalette. That mom and her daughter turned the phone over to police once they found the videos. Now Campbell is being charged with voyeurism. Indiana University is condemning a professor's online post as racist, sexist, and homophobic, but it's not going to fire him. A petition is calling for the removal of Eric Rasmussen. IU Bloomington says Rasmussen's posts are personal and are protected by the First Amendment. But IU is making accommodations for any students who do not want to take Rasmussen's classes. New today, police confirm a body found in an Eastside retention pond is that of 75-year-old Karen Glass, who went missing this week. Investigators say she had dementia and say this is a sad reminder of the importance of using tracking alert bracelets for people with Alzheimer's or dementia. Several deadly crashes over the years at one dangerous crossroads. Now a Southeast Side grandmother is hoping RTV6 can get answers about what can be done. Working for you tonight, our Nicole Griffin is making sure the intersection becomes safer.
Driving by this intersection is a constant reminder of what happened here for Mary Arnold.
I'm so sad every time I drive by that crucifix and his family was so loving and I couldn't imagine losing one of my children or grandchildren. It would be heartbreaking to me.
18-year-old Isaac Oldham was killed in a crash on September 26th at Shelbyville Road and Five Points Road after police say a drunk driver ran a stop sign. Mary has lived in the area for more than 40 years and recalls at least 2 other deadly crashes at this intersection.
People just don't stop. The first one was a lady ran the stop sign, and my Bible study leader, Tony Pagano, his wife was killed at that intersection, and she had 2 small children at the time.
She's concerned as new houses are being built nearby, there will soon be even more traffic. Mary wants to see something done to make the intersection safer.
People aren't careful, and that this is not a well-marked intersection.
I took Mary's concerns to City County Councilor Brian Mowry, and he says he is pushing the city to make safety improvements here, including adding solar lights around these stop signs or reflective tape to make them more visible at night.
If it was 4-way, it would be very difficult, I would think, for someone to not see it.
Councilor Mowry says he hopes the city does the right thing here and ensures safety remains of the utmost importance.
I know they can if they open up their eyes and they listen to the community and they realize, what if it was one of their family members?
Working for you on the Southeast Side, Nicole Griffin, RTV6.
Well, RTV6 went to the Department of Public Works to see what it can do to make the crossroads safer. It says an additional stop sign will be installed on the left side of the road across from the existing stop sign on the right side, creating 4 double stop intersections there. There will also be big stop ahead signs to warn traffic, but at this time they cannot recommend using LED stop signs because there isn't enough crash data to indicate that this is a low visibility intersection, which is typically what those types of signs are used for. If there's a dangerous problem in your area and you want to see it change, connect with RTV6 and we'll try to help. Give us a call or email us at workingforyou@rtv6.com. Let's get a first look at your Storm Team 6 forecast, and we finally got a chance to see the sun today, although it may be short-lived. Kevin's here with the forecast.
We'll take it whenever you can get
right.
it. It boosts spirits, but it didn't necessarily move the needle on the thermometer. During the day tomorrow, clouds are back and so are showers. I show you the radar. We don't need it tonight. We have the gray of cloud cover. That will increase as we go through the evening from the southwest, but we'll keep it dry for those all-important Friday night football games. There's a view of the downtown area. Temperatures comfortably in the mid-30s. 36 in Greenwood, temperature 2 degrees warmer in Zionsville. Remember yesterday, temperatures were in the low 50s at this time, and we've cooled down then with that north wind. Temperatures statewide in the 30s. There's one exception, Evansville at 40 degrees, and this is why. The wind will be light tonight, but it is out of a northerly direction. Friday night football, one more win, and they're headed indoors next week to Lucas Oil Stadium to fight for a championship. Temperatures in the 30s. Still to come, wintry mix potential on a couple of occasions. We'll talk about our weekend details and then the storm system for next week coming up.
We'll see you soon, Kevin. Thank you. Bringing food to those who need it most. That's what one group is hoping to do as they debut a new mobile food pantry that you see here. A former school bus will hit the streets for the first time tomorrow. Working for you, Megan Santorum found out how it works and why organizers say it's so important.
There will be frozen food in here, and we will have some produce.
The seats are gone, shelves and coolers now take their place.
Canned vegetables.
As this old school bus is transformed into a pantry on wheels.
I also want to access places where there's really no access to food and nutritional food.
Merlin Gonzalez runs an organization called Faith, Hope, and Love. They've been working to address food insecurity in our area.
Indianapolis has one of the largest food desert areas in the nation.
So Gonzalez plans to take this bus on the road and bring the food to those who live more than a mile from grocery stores. This is fully funded through donations, but to make it work, Gonzalez is partnering with area churches. The first one, Greater Works on 62nd near Allisonville.
The reason we hadn't actually started a pantry here at the church itself is facilities did not permit.
Senior Pastor Thomas Johnson says the bus will be parked outside of the church for the first food pickup. The goal for tomorrow is to provide food to 50 families in this neighborhood so they'll have a meal for Thanksgiving.
Especially those working parents or those just who may struggle during this time of year to actually bring their families together and have the ability to provide that meal.
Gonzalez plans to partner with other churches in the coming weeks and bring the bus to additional neighborhoods. Working for you, Megan Santorum, RTV6.
The group Faith, Hope, and Love is always looking for more churches and community groups to team up with. To join in, we've put a link to information in this story on the RTV6 app and at theindychannel.com. The handler of a beloved police K9 is now opening up for the first time to us about losing his partner in the line of duty. Last week, Fishers Police K9 Harley was shot and killed in a pursuit of a suspect. Typically, K9 officers go home each night with the human officer they accompany during the day. Officer Jared Koopman says the loss of the K9 hit him and his family hard, and it's a bittersweet way to lose his first dog partner.
He saved your life.
He did. He saved my life and the officers' lives that were there on scene. There's no doubt about it. I'm extremely sad over it, but at the same time, I am so proud of what Harley did. So it's that sense of sadness and also the sense of just gratitude and thankful that it wasn't me and it wasn't any other officer.
Richard Garrett and Rashana Farrow were the suspects involved in that chase. Police say Garrett fired the shots that killed Harley. Both of them now face multiple charges. A Morgan County shelter has found a way to connect the community to the problem of homelessness in their county. RTV6's Troy Washington is working for you to find out how one event is changing the conversation.
It's getting chilly out, but instead of bundling up, dozens will brave the cold weather without a roof just to trade places with those in need for a night.
We're the only family shelter between Indianapolis and Bloomington.
There's a lot of pressure on Wellspring to fill that gap. That's why they are pulling out the duct tape, cardboard boxes, and sleeping bags for the Bring Your Own Box event, Sleep Out. Participants will spend a night right here on Town Square sleeping in a box. They'll wake up and go right back to their warm beds, an option that many people in need simply don't have.
We can only help so many families, and we currently have 50 families on a waiting list, and we are trying to do our best to try to help all of them.
This is the shelter's second year inviting people out to sleep on the lawn, and this isn't the first way they've grabbed people's attention.
Our executive director has couch surfed, he slept on a roof, He slept in a car to try to raise awareness of the homeless issue we have in Morgan County and Martinsville.
They're using this approach again because it gets people talking. Seeing boxes covering town square led to raising more funds to support people like Connie Bishop, looking to the shelter to step into a new start.
I came here from Anderson. I was working. I was a CNA. I started having a lot of trouble with my knees. I have arthritis really bad. So I wasn't able to work anymore. I had to apply for disability. That was a real long road.
Bishop says life started coming towards her fast. She and her now 16-year-old daughter had no place to turn just 2 years ago. During that low point, Wellspring gave hope to the pair.
She said, home is where mom is, so.
That's Bishop's daughter's mantra. According to the shelter, there are at least 400 homeless children in the area, so it's not just adults who are suffering during trying times. For those choosing to sleep out, it's an uncomfortable 12 hours, but it doesn't compare to the reality of not knowing where you'll rest your head next. Working for you, Troy Washington, RTV6.
And according to the shelter, the homelessness issue in the area stems from a lack of affordable housing, adequate paying jobs, and a lack of resources and opportunities. That sleep out starts at 7, and participants were asked to meet a financial goal. All proceeds will go straight into the shelter to combat the issue. Indianapolis Public Schools is now cutting ties with a charter school company and trying to take back control of a local school. Florida-based Charter Schools USA was operating Emma Donnan Middle School on the south side the past several years. But last night, the IPS board voted unanimously to end its agreement with Charter Schools USA. IPS will now go to the State Board of Education to take back the school, but the state board could very well decide to let that company run the school independently, or it could choose to close the school altogether. The board is expected to take the issue on December 4th. Moving on up on the east side, it's the first real headquarters this department has had in nearly a century. Why police want you to come on over and get involved. That's coming up.
And the gray of cloud cover greets you first thing in the morning, and then some rain moves in. When will it mix with some snow showers? Details coming up.
Another week of Friday football frenzy. One of the big games here in Hancock County. It is New Pal back there warming up. Probably the best team in the state, let alone 5A. Oh, the officials just showed up here as well. Oh, I think it must be time to kick off in a little bit. Cal Ralph is the head coach. He'll join us live coming up in just a bit.
Event Cash. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
This is RTV6 News at 6, working for you.
It's a huge day in the making for the city of Lawrence. Leaders there said that they need to do better when it came to the physical location of its police department, and they did. Celebrating today the completion of the city's first ever designated police headquarters. Construction is complete after over a year of work. Lawrence's police force used to be housed inside the city's government center, which leaders say led to a lot of confusion. Now they want you to know this center is for everyone.
This is not an expense. It is an investment in the strength of our growing city, and I constantly encourage our citizens, families, school children, churches, business, civic organizations to not only make use of this building, but I also encourage them to use it as a chance to build their relationships and connect with their Lawrence police officers.
The new headquarters sits at 5150 North Post Road near Post and Pendleton Pike. Today marks some of the first steps to make things better at Geist Reservoir in Hamilton County. Today, organizers filed a petition to create the Geist Conservancy District, which would fund maintenance and repairs for the recreational use of the reservoir. Leaders say a Conservancy District gives local neighborhoods and business owners the funding and resources to restore the 75-year-old reservoir. Funding will come from two sources, a special tax district and daily and annual passes for those boating on Geist. Next, Hamilton County Superior Court will consider the petition, which has more than 1,400 signatures, more than double the state requirement.
Looked like a cold pontoon boat ride, didn't it? Okay, we've really flipped the script from September. One of the warmest Septembers on record. Temperatures nearly 7 degrees above average. October was kind of neutral, and now look at November. As cold as it can get, over 9 degrees below average, with no sign of that changing in the short term. Kyle was telling us last half hour, December outlook is out. Suggests above average temperatures. We'll wait and see. Your weekend planner. Rain mainly in the southern half of the state. You'll see that in action in a second. Definitely a split weekend. Tomorrow, kind of a raw day. Temperatures in the 30s with the showers, maybe mixed with snow. Dry on Sunday, and a 49-degree or 45-degree temperature. As you look at next week, the chance for rain will increase Tuesday, then I think decrease Wednesday. That's a big travel day. I'll show you the national view in just a little bit. Partly sunny on Thanksgiving itself, 46. Then a chance of a rain-snow mix on Friday, shopping day, and 45. Just to show you, this will push north and east, and with it bring rain to the Hoosier State. And on the backside, we potentially could see a little snow as the system departs in the Midwest. As far as our temperature, 37 in Indy right now. We had that sunshine today. It looked good. Felt much colder than yesterday. During the day tomorrow, mid to late morning through mid to late afternoon, that's your peak time for rain with a couple of melting snowflakes in there. If you're tailgating down in Bloomington, wet during the morning, early afternoon, perhaps improving a bit during the game, but you've got to have a strategy to stay dry. 38 and likely dry up in South Bend. 7:30 in the morning, lots of clouds. There's a batch of rain lifting north and east mid-morning. 1 o'clock in the afternoon, fairly widespread rain, especially Terre Haute, Kokomo southeast. 4 o'clock in the afternoon, we may see some snow showers mixing in. All of this pulling away to the east by 7 o'clock. Temperatures tomorrow well below average for this time of the year, in the 30s. At least it won't be windy and wet, just wet generally. Sunday, 45. Sunshine is back in the picture. That's nice to see. Temperatures will be warmer early next week with the approaching storm system that will bring with it temperatures in the 50s Monday and Tuesday. Then falling temperatures as we go into Wednesday and then Thanksgiving itself. Temperature of about 46 degrees. Could have a shower late Wednesday night, or excuse me, Thursday night into Friday.
Got to keep that in mind as people make their plans for travel next week, too.
Yep.
All right, Kevin, thank you. All right, Dave standing by with sports. It's Friday Night Football tonight. Hey, Dave.
We're here with Kyle Ralph. He's the head coach now in his 7th year here at New Pal. I said, we're going to come out of weather. He goes, wait a minute. What's happening with the weather right now?
Not a whole lot. Should be quick.
So you should have wrapped it up earlier, Kevin. Come on. Anyway, semi-state Friday tonight all around the state of Indiana. Big one here as undefeated New Pal takes on Bloomington South. These guys have won, is it 26 in a row now?
I don't know. It's been quite a few. Yeah, it's been quite a few, though.
Third straight, of course, semi-state, going at it again. Big win, though, last Friday, obviously. I know you're moving ahead, worried about Bloomington South, but to get over the hump, to play Cathedral the way you guys did, that says something about, I think, your football team.
Yeah, I'm really proud of our kids for our effort last week, but our message was that was all for nothing if you can't go and get the job done this Friday night. So Coach Mo does a great job with Bloomington South. They're a great football team. We're focused on this, and, again, really proud of our kids for last week's effort, but there's another challenge in front of us right now tonight.
Talking about Mo Moriarty, the longtime legendary head coach of Bloomington South, Carmel before that, and over 300 wins. So you guys are just going to have your work cut out for you here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, they're really well coached. He's done a great job everywhere he's been, and he's done a great job kind of resurrecting Bloomington South when he got back down there. And again, they've got some Division I talent, a lot of great players, a lot of depth. So it's going to be a great challenge for us tonight.
When you talk New Pal, everybody talks about Charlie Spiegel, 10,000 rushing yards, 170 touchdowns. He is a joy to watch from our standpoint on the sidelines. What's it like to coach him?
It's a lot of fun. I mean, it's great watching a guy like that that's that talented, that goes to work every day. And that's the best part about him, is just attitude of he's just a worker. And every day he shows up to practice, just a constant effort to get better, to improve, to take the coaching and keep making himself the best player he can be to help our team win games.
So nice to have a young man like that on your team.
Certainly does help a lot. Yeah, and it's really nice to coach.
All right, hope you're smiling afterwards. Good luck to you.
So do I. Thank you.
Yeah, Kyle Ralph, head coach here at New Pal. Take a look at our schedule tonight. We got this game covered for you. These games as well. 6A, a couple of really good ones. Ben Davis, Center Grove, Maryville, Carmel. Talked about New Pal here, 12-0. Mount Vernon's down at Evansville Memorial. Highlights of that one for you tonight at 11 o'clock. Chittard, Marion, Heritage Hills, Danville, Western Boone is at Triton Central tonight. West Washington down near Louisville. They're up here taking on Lutheran. Score and highlights tonight coming your way at 11 o'clock right here on RTV6. Well, Colts are back home after another loss last night. You stay up and watch that. Team has now lost 3 of the last 4. One of the things they've done done well this season is deny those big chunk plays. Last night, though, the Texans had 6 plays of over 20 or more yards. In contrast, last night, Colts did not have any. Houston with 2 touchdown throws of DeAndre Hopkins, and the Texans take over first place in the AFC South. Indy's off, of course, this weekend. They host the Titans next Sunday.
We have some other AFC losses, so that wouldn't look good, but there's 5 games left. And so the message is, our focus is win the next one. It's all that matters, 1-0. Win the next game. There's plenty of football left. And the message was also we got the guys in this room to do that. We got the guys in the room to do this. We're playing good up front on both sides of the ball. We can go as far as we want to go.
Well, meanwhile, the crazy offseason continues in IndyCar. Another major move today, Sebastian Bourdais leaving Dale Coyne Racing. Last season, the 4-time series champ, just 2 top 5s, only led 16 laps. Connor Daly, James Hinchcliffe, a couple of guys out there looking for full-time rides. We'll see what happens. Finally tonight, though, first and foremost from college football, and a salute to Mike Leonard, who announced his retirement. Leonard was Franklin's head coach for 17 seasons, racked up a school record 129 wins, a legendary head coach. Think about all the lives, young men that he touched over the years. Congratulations on an outstanding career, Mike Leonard at Franklin College. Meanwhile, a big night tonight here, as mentioned, as New Pal takes on Bloomington South. We've got crews spread throughout central Indiana. Scores and highlights coming your way tonight as we wrap it all up. The news at 11. Friday Football Frenzy. The last game's outdoors. Hard to believe. Here it is. Semi-state time once again. The news at 6 continues after this quick timeout.
For less at Ross. Yes, for less.
Remember, tomorrow is the most likely day to be impacted by that rain-snow mix. Dry on Sunday in 45. Peak time for rain mid-morning through mid-afternoon. Rain chances will decrease after that. It may linger longer in the eastern portion of the state. 1/3 of an inch of rain or less is what is expected.
Pick out a movie or binge your shows tomorrow.
Lots of football.
That'll be the plans for it. Thanks for joining us here at 6. Up next is World News with David Muir, and I'll see you back here for the news at 7.